1, 2, 1, 2. I sink Nazi's bone.
This way to Daddy's beard.
My heel, which is my Achilles heel.
Sniff the air Wolveriningly.
Otherwise, we could all just like stack equipment
Yeah.
and you can roll 12 dice.
Yeah, no, that would be silly.
Welcome to Dungeon Punks. I am not Stu Popp. I am Fil Cieplak, and today we're going to be continuing our adventure of Eat the Reich, where we
Eat the Reich.
eat the Reich.
Nom 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 nom.
Literally.
So for this one shot, we have at our table.
I'm Taylor Ramone, and I'm playing Astrid, who's an ex-fighter pilot. She's kind of a Wolverine-y type bestial vampire.
And I'm playing Nicole, who is a French lesbian resistance fighter and vampire with a death wish. Currently missing the right side of my face. I'm not doing great.
And who are you?
Yeah, and I'm Stu Popp. I was like, did
Stu
Stu
say his
Popp?
name?
Yeah.
I'm Kirk Hamilton playing Flint, who's half man, half bat. That's
I'm
about it.
Eldridge, and I'm playing Chuck, the cowboy vampire, who it seems is essentially just the ghoul from Fallout.
Makes sense. Last time, we basically cut through a big portion of the city of Paris. You crash landed into the church, blasted your way through into the catacombs, navigated the tunnels, and popped out in the fairgrounds where you had encountered the Rust Witch, defeated the Rust Witch, drank her blood, got juiced up, and continued your way to the metro station where you hope to continue making your way through Paris to the Eiffel Tower. So as you descend into the metro station, you notice pretty quickly that the station seems to be inoperable, or rather, the trains appear to be inoperable. As you kind of descend down the stairs, you see the train kind of still parked on at the station, and it seems to be kind of vacant. But as you begin to explore downwards, you can see there are a few Nazi squads on patrol down in the station below. And your current objective is to cut through the tunnels of the metro station. So yeah, you descend downwards. You have a couple ways of going through this. It's a long way on foot through the tunnels, but that is an option. But standing in your way is the Nazi squads on patrol. How do you approach the situation?
I want to fix the train.
Okay.
I'm assuming we can fix the train and it's not just like an electrical problem with the whole station.
Yeah, no, you can definitely attempt to repair the train. The only thing really standing in your way are these squads of Nazis on guard.
Okay, well, eventually I want to get to the part of the train that I need to repair. Let's call it the front.
Sure.
The engine.
We'll say that you have to just get into the train, into the front of the train, and like meddle with some electronics to get it operational.
Okay, because I'm really good at fix and I have a tool belt.
Cool.
So if you guys can get me there, I will fix the train and we will get the hell out of Dodge.
I'm gonna fucking
Get out of the
machine
Dodge.
gun some Nazis.
Okay. So hold up just one moment. Before that happens, I'm going to do basically a side objective.
Fix train.
Damn, I should have picked the other advance. That would have been perfect for this right now.
So if you can fix the train, that will expedite your way towards the Eiffel Tower. But Tay, you were saying something?
Yeah, I'm guessing they're on a platform. Are we on a platform?
Yeah, so let's say you've descended down the stairs, and that was the word I was looking for. So the train is kind of by the platform, inoperable, and standing on the platform, kind of patrolling, are these squads of Nazis who haven't noticed you approach just yet.
Okay.
So maybe we go in sneaky-like
Oh, we're gonna sneak.
this time.
We can sneak.
I can sneak.
Yeah, we can
You
try
can
and sneak.
Can y'all be quiet?
I can try if I have to.
Which, if you sneak, this could be a potential opportunity to maybe get some blood.
Mm-hmm.
But
Let's do it vampire style.
Yeah.
All right, so who wants to take point? Astrid, you had an idea?
I have a pretty
Not
decent
me.
sneak. I've got a 3 sneak,
I'm too.
and I could use my last smoke grenade to fill this station with smoke.
Ooh.
Okay.
It does feel less sneaky and more, hello, we're here. Also,
Yeah.
there's smoke, but
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
mean we could just try and
Go for
sneak
it.
along the wall,
in the
like
shadows.
in the
Yeah.
shadows.
I don't have any blood, otherwise I could use spider scurry. But
Flint, did you
I can-
have any ideas?
I was just going to sneak. I can spend 1 blood to fly.
Ooh, okay.
So I might be able to like kind of up and over.
I would say that would give you like an extra die.
All right. I got 3 to sneak and 1 for flight. Oh, good. 6, 6, 5, 4.
Ooh.
I got 3 hits. These 3 hits are, potentially, I would say, if you allow them to be turned into attacks against you, that's basically
Being spotted.
being spotted.
Okay, first thing I'm going to do is use this 6 to activate my special, which gives me 3 blood, and I'm immediately going to use that 3 blood to
Just to heal.
my eviscerated.
All right.
So
Nice.
I can use plus dice again.
So you swoop in over the squad of Nazis and like maybe kind of come in from behind
And just
you
like pick off the last one,
just Batman style.
into the shadows.
One of them.
Man-bat style.
Man-bat style.
And then I'm going to use, so you have 3.
Yes.
I'm going to use 2 to block those 3, a 6 and a 5 to block
Okay.
those 3.
Okay.
And my last one will be to...
So yeah, you could get more blood if you want, or you can start doing damage.
Yeah, I don't want them to know we're here yet, because the whole thing is to sneaky sneak.
Towards the objective.
So-
So we're moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of doing. Cut through the tunnels.
Okay. I will allow you to choose either of these.
Actually, I think fixed train.
Yeah, so it's like
Yeah.
maybe.
So I kind of like I fly into the train and kind of like open the back door.
Okay, so you're kind of
yeah,
advancing the
the fixed train.
fixed train objective. Okay, so that clears up a little bit of the way towards the trains, but the rest of you.
Maybe the guy I ate was the guy guarding the door to the train.
Gotcha.
And so I kind of like fly over, snack on him, and then it's a little more clear to get into the train.
Fantastic. So the rest of you are still going to have to kind of find your way there. Unfortunately, y'all can't fly like Flint can.
And I used my blood to heal, so I can't spider scurry at the moment.
No.
I guess I just sneak over there.
Yeah, we could use, I mean, this could be the opportunity for that smoke grenade.
Depends on what you want. If you want
Yeah.
to try and sneak before I set off the smoke grenade, welcome to.
I only have the 2, so I feel
Yeah,
like
I
I'm
also only have 2.
gonna get noticed, but we can try. I mean, Astrid's gonna try and sneak.
Okay. Okay, I only
Oh.
got one hit.
Ooh.
Aha.
Yes.
Thank you, pencil. Yeah, so I'll block with my 5,
Okay.
and then I'll take 2 to fixing the train.
Okay. Boop. So you managed to get to the train.
Mhm.
The path forward is kind of cleared a little bit by Flint, and you managed to kind of sneak past, avoiding detection. You don't get any blood or do any damage. You just kind of get towards the front of the train. Fantastic.
I guess what I'm gonna do is search for the console box, which is probably at the front, and figure out which thing. I'll be
Yeah.
like, I think it's this one over here, and like open. And it's
All
like
right.
there's like a cut wire or something. Like,
Yeah.
So that might be an opportunity for Chuck to maybe kind of get forward and try to start repairs.
Yeah. So do I have to roll sneak to get
You know,
to the train?
Honestly, so that's what I mean. Like your objective is you want to fix the thing.
Mhm.
So even though like
I have to get over there, but
yeah, but because it's so big picture, I think you can just roll fix. That is your objective. You're trying to fix the thing, and we'll just kind of count that as your approach.
I feel like it might not be sneaky then, but
Yeah. You might blow your cover,
because
but you can kind of jumpstart the
once the train's running,
once the train's
then-
running.
yeah.
I'm also going to use my tool belt to jerry rig the train. Yes,
Jerry rig. Yeah.
that's what it says. It says plus jerry rigging.
Oh, nice.
Although that might be
who's Jerry? And why is he rigging? Oh no, dice.
Okay. So I rolled a 1. So I
Okay.
get a blood, and then my rest are successes. I got 6, 2 5s, and 2 4s.
Okay.
Fantastic. So I can
Nice.
cancel your 2 hits.
So we'll say you spot an opening
Mm-hmm.
created by your 2 allies, and you kind of like beeline for the train, and maybe you are now spotted, and the squad of infantrymen kind of wheel around in your direction and just start, readying their rifles and start start firing,
Loosing bullets.
loosing bullets.
They have bow and arrows
They
for
just-
some reason.
But they're using them to shoot bullets.
They have bullet bullet tipped arrows.
It's quieter.
Yeah.
Start firing away with their rifles at you, but you manage to kind of beeline for the train quickly, and you avoid any shots from them.
Mhm.
And now you're in the train, and you can basically, I think you can just put them all to the objective if you want.
Yeah, I do want to. I don't actually. Weirdly, Chuck doesn't have any specials,
Oh.
unless I got one from Elbow Grease.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't take that advance, which unfortunately would be perfect right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not going to metagame.
You could get some blood. So
I was thinking I would get some blood. Yeah. So I'm going to put 1 towards fix the train. I'm going to get a blood. I'm just going to like bite a guy on the way by.
Okay.
And then I'm going to put that 6 on Cut Through the Tunnels
Okay.
for 2.
So why don't you go ahead and describe how you kind of get your way to the front of the train and you begin to repair the...
Yeah,
The
so
train.
I just, realizing that I am not sneaky, just book it across the platform and kind of like tuck and roll into the door, slamming it behind me. There's one guy in here. That's weird. I bite him.
Yeah, okay.
Somehow Astrid missed the guy hiding in the corner.
My name is Hans. I don't know where I am right now.
Sorry, Hans, you're a Nazi. And I bite him.
Oh, no, I'm a Nazi. Goodbye.
And then I
Whip out your tool belt.
whip out my tool belt and connect the wires together that the Nazis have disconnected, and the train lights up.
All right, the train lights up. I guess, I don't know, maybe you had to like pry open one of the doors to the train just because it would have been turned off.
Mm-hmm.
So the doors now automatically open as the lights and the power is restored to the train. But Nicole, you have an opportunity to do something.
I think to myself, thank God we're done with the sneaking. And I'm going to pull out one of my fire bombs, light it, and I'm going to like just walk out into the middle of the Nazis. This will make sense.
Yep.
With the firebomb ready to explode. And right before it explodes, I'm going to spend a point of blood, my only point of blood, to blink, burst into shadows, and reform inside the train.
Okay,
Is
fantastic.
my goal here.
Nice.
So that gives me an extra dice for infiltration because I'm infiltrating the train.
Sweet.
This is a closed environment in which a firebomb is going to have. I say that is a fire trap.
Yeah.
So that's going to give me 2 more dice for using the firebomb, which is my last firebomb. So I'm rolling 7 dice total.
Okay. I only got 2.
Ooh, not bad.
Those are 2. So I've got total of 6 successes. No, wait. 7 successes.
Nice. So they, as you kind of initiate this cool move, they start shooting at you, but you quickly kind of turn to shadow or mist or what have you, which you could use as an opportunity to basically just negate those hits.
I will do that. So those 2 hits I'll negate. I still have 5 successes to work with here.
You can get 3 blood in Kira.
That's what I'm thinking. So I'm going to get 3 blood.
So yeah, how do you describe this? How you turn into shadow smoke?
I just turn into just black shadows.
Okay, and they just start shooting at basically smoke.
At each other.
Yeah.
And then
Crossfire.
the firebomb hits the ground and explodes and firelighting. At least one Nazi on fire. I will spend one of my points to, or I guess one to the Nazis.
Okay, so since they have a challenge of 1, we'll just do it here.
Oh, okay, so I'll spend that on them.
Okay.
Because it's 2. I was going to split it between objective and not, but in this case, just 1, and then 3 to get 3 blood.
Yep. Which then you can just
immediately use to heal my friggin' headshot.
So yeah, you turn into shadow and smoke and kind of reconstitute amidst the fiery inferno and kind of sink your teeth into one of them, and then your gunshot wound in your head starts to heal back.
Can I say, just as cool because it was 3 blood, can I bite 3 of them? Can I just be blinking around,
absolutely.
biting and terrifying, and just flashes of light and fire in the gunshots?
Yeah,
Love it.
You're just Nightcrawler.
Yeah. It's all illuminated by the gunshots, and then into the train, looking much better.
Yeah, so
and I just go, let's go see the Eiffel Tower.
So the 4
Let's go see the Eiffel Tower. Oh no.
Let's go see the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah,
There we go.
Too many
Sorry.
accents going around.
So the 4 of you are now on the train. Chuck, you're basically near the front, and as you see,
I'm going to drive the train.
yeah, you can drive the train, and I don't know, there's probably a button or something to close the doors and activate the train. And as you do so, a few of the Nazis, I'm gonna say the armored squad, were kind of more battle ready, managed to shuffle towards the train after the inferno goes off and board the train just in the nick of time as the doors close.
On the PA with the microphone, because there's got to be a microphone in here if I'm driving the train. Please stand clear of the closing doors. I push the button.
And with that, the train begins to move and start to go down the tunnels towards, I guess, a few stops down the road towards, or down the tracks towards the Eiffel Tower.
Next stop, killing Hitler.
However, there are Nazis aboard the train, and we will say there's no reinforcements just yet. So we're going to go back to you as you are now aboard the train, making your way towards the Eiffel Tower, but you have Nazis to deal with.
I'm gonna grab my great spear
Okay.
and just start killing, fighting, knocking them down, spinning the spear, stabbing them, etc., etc. So I'm gonna try and that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
But it says here plus receive a charge. I don't know what that means in this context.
I think it's like if someone's charging at you,
You
could like hold position and then you would gain it.
Okay.
So I'm going to say no to that just because they've got
Yeah.
guns.
Yeah. Or should I use my machine gun? Oh, they're not in cover anyways. It doesn't matter. So I use my great spear.
Okay. So that would be a brawl.
Brawl 3 plus 1 for the great spear.
Awesome. Okay. So for now, they only have 3 dice.
I got 1 success.
Okay. They got 2 hits.
Yeah. Okay, so I will stab one of them. And then I'll take a hit for the next one.
Yeah, so you mitigate one of the damage. So yeah, you stand there with your spear, but they just kind of fire at you with their guns, and you kind of manage to ward them off a little bit, but you are going to take a hit. 2.
Ah, dang, I'm going to use my gun next time.
What is the injury that you received as a result of this?
I'm feeling downtrodden.
Oh.
My spirits are cowed. And that's why I'm like, stupid spear.
All right, so that's Astrid's turn. Who wants to go next?
I'll go again because you're like, I should have used my gun next time. I'm like, yes, guns are great. And I'm gonna step into the train car with the Nazis.
Okay.
And use my Lee Enfield rifle, which has been cut down for close quarters, and just start a shooting.
Okay,
Oh god damn it!
Ooh, I got 2.
All fails.
Oh no!
Ooh.
Or fail, son.
Just 2.
I got 2.
It almost would have been better to be 3, because then I could have just blown up the train car with the Nazis.
That will be 4 and 2.
Okay, so I am shot in the head again,
Oh no!
the other eye, and I am just bleeding profusely from
Okay.
that. Just like blood pouring out of the eye socket.
Ooh.
Yeah, so you engage this squad of armored Nazis, but they appear to be quite formidable as they kind of like tactically move through this cart, taking cover behind any of the seats as you just kind of unload with your shotgun, but to no great effect. Flint or Chuck?
Flint's just gonna yell, "Guns are overrated," and do some brawling, do some
All right.
hacking and slashing. I don't think I can ambush anyone in a train
No,
car.
I think this is.
So I'm not gonna use my steel gouging claws.
You can still use them, like
Yeah, but it feels like a waste.
Story wise.
fair,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's just going in.
just fisticuffs.
Yeah. That's a 4 and a 5.
I got 2 hits,
So
so it's 2-2.
Yeah.
You could take a hit. Ooh, but you need to do at least 2 hits to deal damage.
I'm just gonna have to mitigate them both.
Okay. All right.
Just take
so
the hits. You've got lots of wounds left.
this is a weird situation where you can't just like take one and deal one. 'cause
Yeah,
you got to
that's what
go
I'm
all
thinking.
out, or
Yeah.
unless you want to like gain blood and you
Just
could-
saying, it's not so bad.
It's just a flesh wound.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I could have spent 1 to fly and add aerial combat. I
Yeah,
should
you
have
can
done
do that right now.
I can roll 2 more?
Yeah, you can add post fact.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to fly up. So I'll spend a blood to fly on up.
Okay.
And engage in some aerial
Yeah,
combat.
so you get in there just with your fists and things aren't like working super well as
Yeah.
they're like surrounding you, and then you just kind of fly upwards and
Maybe I throw 1 up through the roof of the train and fly up.
all right,
Not
so
yet,
add those
maybe.
additional dice, see what happens.
Nope, that's a couple of 2s.
Ooh.
You know, I'm just going to call it a wash. This is not a good turn for me.
Okay. So yeah, this is a hairy fight so far. Chuck, you're at the front of the train. What would you like to do? So you could progress.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not entirely sure how. Like you would have to
Drive the train.
yeah,
It's on
drive the train.
rails.
I know. So like you could either
Can I speed up the train?
yeah, why not?
Can I like supercharge the train
Yeah.
somehow?
Yeah.
Add some NOS to that train.
Yeah. So if you make like
Fix?
probably a fix roll,
Okay.
Yeah.
you can then use that towards the objective, and then you can get there faster.
I do not know how this is possible in real life, but somehow I get into that control box and like remove any of the
There's like a safety.
safety speed limiter,
Okay.
and this train is now out of control. Or at least I hope it will be.
There's a need for speed.
I have a need for speed, indeed. I'm going to use my tool belt again because that's feels right.
All right. I rolled alt adds.
Well, I got a 6 and a 5 and a 4, and I gain a blood because I rolled some 1s.
Okay, so you can apply those all to the objective if you want, or you can you could get some blood and narrate that you start making your way back to the other vampires and start engaging.
I am going to really want to get this objective.
Yeah.
I think I'm just going to spend this turn just doing this. So I'm going to put all 4 on the...
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Okay, so you kick the
Everybody
the train
feels a little bit of, whoa!
into overdrive, and the train speeds forward. And I'm going to say...
Like, yeah!
At this point, even though the train probably runs mostly underground, I'm going to just say for fun reasons, the train, for portions of the way towards the Eiffel Tower, does come above ground. And as it does come up above ground, now that it's my turn, there are going to be some reinforcements, and a motorcycle squad starts to join the fray as they ride up or drive up next to the train side by side, and they're just like shooting with their pistols through the windows at you.
Very Indiana Jones of you.
So a little thing about the motorcycle squad is they have a thing called crash and burn, which is any criticals, so any of your 6s actually do 3 damage instead of 2.
To them.
To them.
Nice.
Because if you crit them, they will explode. So it is back to y'all as you are now contending with an additional group of motorcycle riding Nazis.
Okay, I'm feeling my glorious end in battle coming here, so I'm going to go all out just this once. I'm going to throw down my last smoke grenade to cover my advance on these soldiers. I'm going to use the rifle again because we're in close quarters, and I'm shooting, which gives me 8 total dice here.
Ooh, that's a big one.
All fail.
Don't.
Big money, big money.
Okay, I got a 3, or 3 hits.
Okay, I got
Got some 6s.
5 dice hits, but 2 of them are 6s, so that's 7, potentially 9 if I'm going against the bike squad.
Mm-hmm. So the armored have the challenge rating, but the motorcycle squad, it's just...
Unless I want to go out and blaze of glory, I've got to block those hits because I only have 1 wound left. Or we could meet Cosgrave at the Eiffel Tower.
It's up to you.
Yeah, it's really up to you.
I don't think you can completely take the bike squad out. Oh, yeah.
Honestly, it says I'm desperate to meet a glorious end of battle.
Okay.
So I'm going to block none of those hits.
Okay.
I'm going to use these dice to take out all of the...
Yeah, so each 6 counts as 3.
Yeah. I think it probably, honestly, though, makes more sense for me to take out the people in the train right now. Just how I described what I was doing. So...
Okay.
Well, won't you do that when you explode?
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could take out the squad.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna be like doing this, like poking my head out the window during this whole fighting thing and shooting at the bike squads. So I will use the 7 hits to take them out.
I think they have 8.
8, yeah, 8.
You need 1 more.
8 to take them out.
Ooh, okay. How do you go about doing that? I'm just not even going to bother. I'm just going to flip this over.
I can't do any damage because of the challenge rating to the armored guys, so I am going to just get one last taste of blood.
Yeah.
Which I can't do anything. Actually, just for fun, I'm going to summon up some rats right before as part of my last stand.
Uh-huh.
So from the smoke, as there's like just gunfire happening, you just hear like, "I don't see, get out of here."
Okay.
To the rest of the squad, telling you to get out of this train. This is like train car.
Gotcha.
Into the like driving
The front.
The front. Yeah. And then as the smoke clears, just standing like all these Nazis pointing guns at me, and just on each finger like a ring is a grenade pin, and they're just like strapped to. I've thrown open the like a little delightful little fashionable coat that she had, and there's just a bunch of grenades.
Okay.
There. And then I blow up with it's just an 86 again.
So to kind of reiterate, so you threw the smoke grenade and you took that opportunity to take out the motorcycle squad. So maybe there was like a moment where you kind of blocked the vision of the armored squad and you took that opportunity to just like fire out the windows towards the motorcycle squad. They just spraying their motorcycles, crash and burn, exploding as they crash into like buildings of some sort. They're dealt with, and then when the smoke clears, you've got your coat open with all the grenades, and what happens?
I just say, au revoir, Nazis. And that's my last stand, rigged to blow.
Okay, so what is the actual description of the last stand?
Rigged to blow, 8d6.
Okay, so you just do 8d6. Okay. So that means I only roll 3 now because you dealt with the motorcycle squad.
Ooh.
Well,
That is...
Honestly, this actually doesn't even matter because you're dying. So you just...
So that is 8
which is more than enough because you do 7 technically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You just needed 5. Yeah. So you go ahead and describe how your last stand moment as you run into the heart of this.
As Astrid
squad.
and Flint are like running out of the thing, maybe one of you like pulls the pin between the trains.
Yeah.
And as the like front of the train sort of makes a little bit of distance, the other part of the train just explodes. It just like explodes, like jackknifes the 2 trains into the tunnel, collapsing the tunnel down on top of it. All the Nazis in the train are dead. So is Nicole.
All right.
Goddamn crazy Frenchies. And Chuck goes to take his hat off to like, as a sign of respect, and then realizes that the hat is gone.
Yeah.
Still
Flying
You do
out
a
of the
symbol.
wreckage
Yeah.
is a beret that lands on your head.
I just
Ew,
reach out
no.
and catch it.
So the squad is dealt with.
A moment of silence for our.
So this technically, you still have to complete the objective, but since you led that round, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that means you all 3 would have opportunities to complete the objective. So I'm not even going to bother. I'm just going to say in that blaze of glory, you were able to buy more than enough time for the rest of the team to make their way.
The explosion shoots the train forward even faster than it was already going.
And you will now arrive at the Eiffel Tower. So you have now propelled your way to the last sector, Sector 1.
Chuck pulls the brake well in advance so that we can slow down enough. Screeches to a halt.
It screeches to a halt, and you
Maybe crashes into a train that was at the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, it's
station.
not a graceful landing, so to
No.
speak, but you are able to get to the final location of the Eiffel Tower. This Eiffel Tower has been retrofitted with the latest German technology. Elevators rocket up the structure, dazzling electric lights blaze out of the night air, and a rudimentary communications aerial has been supplanted by high bandwidth broadcast technology. Also, there's a Zeppelin attached to the top of it containing Adolf Hitler, a cadre of Nazi vampire hunters, and the world's first Nazi werewolf. So you are now at the base of the Eiffel Tower. Your goal or objective is to ascend the tower. And we'll say as you make your approach, there's a single armored squad kind of on guard at the base of the tower. Yeah, I almost imagine, so you have like the Zeppelin above, but the Zeppelin is like attached to the...
Yeah.
Like tethered or moored or
tethered,
whatever.
basically. So it's kind of like, it's still
Circling.
the tower, but it is tethered. So if you can ascend to the top of the tower, you can then climb up the rope or whatever the tether is, and then get into the Zeppelin to face Hitler.
I know that's what we're supposed to do, but what I really want to do is just
Shoot it down.
shoot it down.
Yeah, I know that it was something I was thinking about too, because like
It's too bad we lost Nicole's rocket
No, I
launcher.
really wanted to actually had dynamite. I wanted to try and topple the Eiffel Tower into the thing, but alas.
Yeah, you'd think the Zeppelin like would be easily destroyed considering how flammable they are.
Yeah.
But for the fun of it, you got to have your encounter.
You gotta go and bite Hitler. I've got my grappling hook.
Okay.
I want to just like shoot that up to as far up as I can on the Eiffel Tower and try to get past the guards, I guess.
Okay. So before we do that, Stu, you've picked up a new character.
Oh, we can
to play.
introduce, I'll
But
introduce him when
I'm just going to say, whenever
try
you
it,
feel
yeah.
appropriate, you can introduce your character. Flint, you've got your grappling hook. There's a squad of armored Nazis at the base of the tower, but if you want, you could potentially try to use your grappling hook to like sneak upwards.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And
Yeah.
then I don't know what the grappling hook is rated, but we might be able to all get up there. I don't know if that would,
Yeah,
or if it's
I
just
don't
a
know.
me.
I don't know how that works. I mean, in a way that Stu used his equipment, I think if you have enough uses, you could probably
Right, yeah.
use it
Yeah.
multiple times.
I have 3 uses, but I guess there's...
There's 3 of
Depends
you.
on where
Yeah.
where Cosgrove is.
we haven't met Cosgrove yet.
Yeah.
You handle your business.
All right.
Yeah, so you
However
could spend all 3 uses to basically provide bonuses for everybody.
And is it, I'm guessing I'm going higher than 3 stories?
Yes.
Okay, so that is 3 extras.
It's a mini Eiffel Tower.
It's like the one they have.
It's like the one in Vegas?
Yeah.
It's just 2-story Eiffel Tower.
So that adds 2 to the advance and 1 for the grappling hook.
Correct.
And 3 for my sneak is 6 dice. So I got 1 hit, but I got 3 ones, which reduces the GM successful attack dice by 1 for each of the ones I rolled.
Okay,
Ooh.
so yeah, you negate
Okay,
my...
so
That's
I
good.
have a 1, 5, which is I do the thing.
Ooh, here's the thing though. The challenge rating is
Oh
1.
shit!
So you're gonna have to get minimum 2 to make. Is there any way that you can do that?
No.
Okay. Unfortunately, you won't be able to progress the objective, so you can pivot and
Mhm.
potentially get some blood, or you could
The armored squad also has a challenge rating of 1, so I
Yeah.
can't.
Mhm.
can't do damage.
Okay, instead of grappling up the thing, I maybe take a look and see this is just not quite the right angle. We're a little too far back.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to point it down, grapple one of the guards, and eat him for blood.
Yeah. Okay.
So I grapple him towards me. It doesn't, because it's still
No.
1 and he still has a challenge rating.
Yeah.
So it's just, I guess, flavor that I just grapple one of them towards me.
There's
Blood flavor.
it's a
Yeah.
whole squad of them. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You manage to pick one of them off. You get a little bit of blood.
Yeah.
But you are still grounded.
Yeah.
So Chuck and Astrid, you have the opportunity to use Flint's grappling hook.
Yeah.
To try to ascend. You guys are still undetected
Mhm.
because Flint kind of did things in a stealthy way. So, or you can go guns blazing.
Yeah, I'm going to try and stealth it up there. Why not?
Okay.
Yeah.
So you get 3 additional dice as a result of
Yep.
the grappling hook. Okay, I got 1 hit.
Got 4 successes.
Ooh.
So, boop. I
All right.
negate your hit, and then I'll use those to get up the tower.
So that's 6
yeah, that's 6.
minus 1 because of the challenge rating. So you do 5. Okay.
Nice.
Chuck.
For lack of better ideas, I'm going to try the same thing.
Okay.
I have to use sneak,
Sneak.
But you get 3 extra.
but I get 3 extra. Okay.
All right.
I'm like,
so
grab onto me. Wrong accent. Grab onto me, Chuck.
So your grappling hook is spent?
Yeah.
Completely? All
Actually, I
right.
started calling you Charles.
Okay, I got another hit as well.
I got 2 6s. I got a 1, so I get 1 more blood. Just racking up the blood.
Yeah. You're Blood Bank Jones over here.
So I guess I split that 6.
So you
to
can't.
cancel. I can't.
You gotta do.
But you need 4, right?
Okay, in
So-
that case, I will take that hit
Yeah.
because if I take a wound, when you mark an injury, reduce the rating of a threat you're engaged with by 2. So I think I'm just going to engage the armored squad.
Okay. So you do how much total? 3? Okay.
Also, I take a wound.
1,
Injury.
2, 3. You will take 5.
Okay.
Oh no!
Ooh. Eviscerated. Can't use plus dice. You know what was funny? I was going to remove that one, but then I was like, no, I'll remove limping instead.
Mhm.
Okay, well, I can.
You got tons
You
of blood.
could
tons of
immediately
blood.
use it
Yeah.
to heal
Yeah,
if you
I'm
want.
going to do that.
So yeah, it's 3 blood.
However, I have corrosive fluids. When you mark an injury, reduce the rating of a threat you're engaged with by 2.
Reduce the threat?
Yeah.
Okay. So that just.
There's 1 left on there. And then I heal.
Okay, so you going last, you are spotted, and the armored
So
squad.
this is how it happens, Phil.
Yeah.
So I'm on the grappling hook and I'm like flying over their heads and they shoot at me and then my acid blood just rains down on them.
All right, so you get hit
Yeah.
basically, but your wounds quickly heal once you get to the Eiffel Tower, and the acid just kind of burns through their armor,
Yeah.
kind of reducing their effectiveness and probably like melting a few of them.
Just
Anyway.
melt in their faces.
Yeah, and you've gotten to the Eiffel Tower, and as that happens, now that we've done a full cycle,
Technically, I haven't gone yet.
That's true.
Sue hasn't gone yet.
yeah, that's what I mean. At any point, you
Yeah.
can just be like, I'm here.
Okay, it's official. We are very much in the final sprint to Election Day. And face it, between debates, polling releases, even court appearances, it can feel exhausting, even impossible to keep up with. I'm Brad Mielke. I'm the host of Start Here, the daily podcast from ABC News. And every morning, my team and I get you caught up on the day's news in a quick, straightforward way that's easy to understand, with just enough context so you can listen, get it, and go on with your day. So, kickstart your morning. Start smart with Start Here and ABC News, because staying informed shouldn't feel overwhelming.
So I am going to attempt to finish this objective.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend a little blood to conjure some nightmare illusions to get the Nazis out of the way here.
So do you want to maybe describe what is happening as this fourth
Once
character?
I roll,
Once you roll?
I
Okay.
will do that. Yeah, I gotta see how successful this thing that I'm trying to do. And because my attempt to get up to the top of this tower to meet my pals, who I've decided to help here, probably in the city on an unrelated objective, I feel like Cosgrave might be. I'm gonna try spell to get up there. Which means I'm going to use Mother Millicent's Stolen Soul Jar to power up. It's +3 to any.
Okay.
It's only got one use, though. So that is, and this is a sneak.
Sure.
So it's 3, another 1, and then another 1 from the Phantasmagoria. So this is 8.
All right. You only got one hit to contend with.
Well, I'm going to use my Dead Man's Luck to reduce that successful attack by 1 with my 1.
Wait, reduce it by 1?
After you roll your dice pool, before you discard dice, reduce the GM's successful attack dice by 1 for
okay.
each one you
Okay,
rolled.
okay,
Yeah.
so-
Cool.
So they don't roll anything. I imagine these are like Nazis up on the top that are about to shoot over at the people ascending.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, whatever their worst fear is. What is it? Was it Sergeant Balto? What's the bear, the Polish bear
Oh, yeah.
that's in the army?
Oh, I don't know. Is it Bartosz?
I think it's Bart, yeah. So anyways, this soldier had recently transferred from Poland to here and had to deal with those resistance fighters. All of a sudden he hears behind him like, and climbing up the Eiffel Tower at him
Wojciech.
is
Woj-
Wojciech,
Okay.
the Polish bear.
Nice.
So he like is screaming and backing away.
So are you using this to progress the objective?
Well,
Or
I've
you-
got a lot of successes here because I have
Because you
I have
could.
7 successes.
Yeah.
I use the 4 here to progress the objective of ascend the tower
Yep.
all the way up,
And then you can just use whatever remaining to
and then
finish off the squad.
yeah.
Mhm.
It's so I have 5 to spend here.
So the illusory bear that you
Yeah.
conjure basically forces the Nazis to just like dive off of the off the Eiffel Tower. And as the three of you are continuing your ascent,
Oh, I'm still on the
upwards-
ground.
I would still,
yeah, you're still
I
on
would
the
still
ground.
want to get some blood though if I only needed like 1 to get rid of the Nazis.
2.
2?
Yeah.
So I got 2 of the Nazis, and I got 3 to get 3 blood. So the one that's like, "You fools! It's clearly an illusion," and I'm like, "Why an illusion, sweetheart?" And I bite him in the neck and drain him for blood as I step out of a portal that I've cast.
Okay.
And then I kind of lean over, smile a big toothy grin, reach out a hand to, I guess Chuck is the first one up on the grappling hook.
Yeah, or Astrid.
Or
Either
Astrid.
or. I think Astrid technically went first, but
And I just go, "Need a hand?"
Not really, but okay. Let's try that.
so
Who are you, by the way?
I want to say that Chuck and Cosgrove actually went on a mission before
Mm.
together.
So then I'd be offering Cosgrove or Chuck the hand.
Or you could offer Astrid, but then Chuck's like climbing up behind and is like, and now the accent is slipped out of my brain because there's too many accents.
Cowboy.
Cowboy.
Yippee-yay.
I'm trying to say Cosgrove in
Cosgrove. Cosgrove.
fuck, I don't know.
It's you.
Look what the cat dragged in. Where you been?
You do all know that I put stairs in this thing,
Yeah,
but
but
he also didn't use the stairs.
gotta,
you just magicked your way up there.
we gotta do things stylish like.
Yeah.
Flint, you can, because the objective has been
I just fly
completed. Yeah, you just fly up.
Oh, fuck me, you're a big fella.
Flint, Cosgrove, Astrid, Cosgrove,
Mm.
Hello.
Cosgrove, Flint. I think that's everybody.
All right.
Yeah, Stu, why don't you just do a brief descriptor of Cosgrave? and-
Cosgrave, yeah,
Yeah,
Cosgrave.
what'd you deal?
Cosgrave.
I don't know what his name is.
Cosgrave, looks as slimy as you can look without literally being slimy. He's just got a trench coat on. He kind of looks a lot like John Constantine, basically.
Anybody else watch Slow Horses?
No.
No? Oh, Gary
Yeah.
Oldman is so slimy in it.
Oh. Yeah, he could be like a young version of that character, essentially, judging by his accent. He's from East London. He looks probably the least undead you could look. Like, he looks pretty good. He's not like decomposed. He's medically dead, as he might say. Yeah, he's probably said something real, like borderline creepy, like medically dead but alive where it counts at some point. And he's just, his coats are filled with all kinds of like knickknacks and little bits of reagents and tiny vials of things. I think, Chuck, you've heard him mention bottled ghosts at some point.
Okay.
And he's also got a big fuck off knife.
All right, so you've ascended the Eiffel Tower, you've completed the objective, and you were able to then kind of scurry up the tether into the Zeppelin. And now this is where the climax of the fight will begin. You are now within the Zeppelin, and your objective is to find the broadcast suite where Hitler is located. Probably won't take too long to find it, as it's just somewhere on the Zeppelin. But as you infiltrate the Zeppelin, this dirigible, which has been outfitted with marble, silk, gold, and mahogany. There's a grand staircase within the Zeppelin. Man, that's quite elaborate. That leads into a mezzanine level loaded with Hitler's paintings and other
perspective's all off.
and other treasures plundered from Europe, Africa, and so on.
Should we be repatriating these things?
It's possible if you want to steal a couple paintings. But for now, you have to find your way into the broadcast suite. And as you begin to navigate through the ostentatious, albeit small, Zeppelin, you are confronted by the Vampyrjäger, I think.
Vampyrjäger.
Jäger?
It should be like Jägermeister.
Jäger.
Yeah.
Which are basically like vampire hunters. They are the kind of final, or one of the final obstacles to getting to Hitler. And
The 6 mini bosses you have to defeat before the main boss.
Yeah.
And once you defeat the main boss, you kill Hitler.
And there's like 5 of them, and they're like carrying, rifles, holy water, and fire bombs to kind of deal with whatever vampire threats that may infiltrate the Zeppelin. So, what do you do?
Are they like...
I'm going to say there's that staircase that leads up to the mezzanine, which like beyond that is where Hitler would likely be. And standing on the top of the staircase are these like vampire guards with their rifles and...
Guns blazing? Anybody? Guns blazing?
Blazing?
Yeah.
Claws blazing.
All right, music kicks in. Who's going to take point?
Sounds like Chuck did.
Yeah, guns blazing.
Guns blazing.
Just go in shooting.
All right.
If I just pick one of them, does it count as a duel?
Only if there's a
You can
single
say no.
tumbleweed.
I don't think it actually has to be like a single target, but yeah, they're like a single group. So...
Duel just means two,
Yeah.
though.
But like, I know, but in the context of this game...
If you point at one and go,
But it's-
draw.
Yeah.
It's duel with an E, not duel
Yes,
with an A.
yeah, I know.
Yeah,
You can duel multiple people.
yeah.
for the sake of this, I will allow it.
There is a 3-way duel
Yeah.
in the good, the bad, and the ugly.
That's true.
However, there will be an
Technically,
opportunity.
that's a standoff.
I will say, just slight metagaming, there will be an opportunity later for a potential actual duel if you
Yeah,
want
I'm
to
honestly,
save
it's fine.
Okay.
I am going to run in shooting, but before random shots off doesn't matter. I am going to spend 1 blood to use acid spit on them. So, are they wearing any metal?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so I get +2 versus metal.
Okay.
Which feels good and thematic for Dungeon Punks.
Out of game.
Finally, that heat
I'm
metal's
just gonna
paying
say,
off.
just for simplicity's sake, let's just say I'm just gonna override the objective. If you cut through the vampire hunters, you will get to Hitler. You don't have to worry
Makes
about the
sense.
Yeah, that
objective.
makes sense time-wise.
All right, they're pretty tough though, and each of their 6s count as 2.
Okay.
Okay.
So they got the.
So I'm using shoot.
But I didn't roll any.
3
Only got 2.
+2 for my acid spit. So I hawk up a gutful of fierce acid and then keep shooting at them.
Ooh.
No 1, so I don't re-up my blood, but I did get a 6 and 2 5s. So
You could cancel.
yeah.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna cancel those out and then hit them for 2.
All right. So they unload their rifles at you, but you manage to kind of duck and
Dodge.
weave and just start blasting. And you manage to hit a few
Blast
of them,
'em.
cutting their numbers down maybe by 1. And who's next?
I'll go. And before I go, I want to make it very clear that I'm not an idiot. That duel actually comes from Latin and it means war of 2.
War of 2. Yeah.
I know.
I know. I was just like, oh no, did I say a very stupid thing just there? And then I had to look.
No.
Insecurity is great. So
I'm just nickel and diming this game.
yeah, that's fair.
For every die I can get.
I'm going to pull out my machine gun, and they're not technically in cover, I'm guessing, because they're like up a staircase.
Yeah, they're kind of shooting down at you.
Yeah, so I'll pull out my machine gun, and I'll be shoot. I'm gonna go, eat lead, you Nazi scum. Nazi. Ah.
Oh no.
Ooh, okay. I got a big hit. I
Oh,
got 2
beans.
6s, which actually counts as 2 damage each.
Beans. So I guess I'll block that one.
Okay.
And then I guess I have to take the other one.
Okay, so you're gonna take.
I'll take a blood.
Okay, so no damage, just blood.
Well, no, because like I can't. This is
They don't have a challenge
Oh,
rating.
they don't
Yeah,
have
you
a
could
challenge
you could
rating.
just do 1 damage. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, okay. I'll do 1 damage.
But yeah, you are gonna take that hit. 3. All right, so you do a little bit of damage. You fire your machine gun, managing to injure a few of them. And Flint and Cosgrave, you have an opportunity.
None of them have died yet.
None of
right?
them have died.
Okay. Can't use that. Can we say one of them has died?
Yeah, see, that's kind of what I was meaning with like the duel, because there's no they're like a unit. There's no specific numbers to them. I mean, I imagine anytime you do any damage, you're probably like either injuring or even killing a few of them.
I just need a dead body to be present.
Oh, okay,
That's
yeah,
not
yeah.
one of us.
Yeah, I would say with 3, there's at least one of them is dead.
Okay. I'm gonna drink one of my bottled ghosts just to get a little magic boost. I just like suck down this soul thing.
Okay.
It's not great. I prefer blood flavor wise, but it's kind of get the like kind of pale blue glow in the eyes. And then I like step out and I just like stick out my hands like a puppeteer for a second, which people are maybe like, what the fuck is going on? And then one of the dead Nazis like lurches up to its feet and I'm going to have it attack one of its pals.
Okay.
So I'm only rolling 4 dice total for that. As I use Dance Macabre, gain full control of a corpse for about a minute, after which it falls apart. I guess they're not expecting it, so can I maybe also add for Hans, are you okay? Which is what gives me a plus dice.
Is that actually a thing?
Yeah, I'm gonna have it like tap on like it's really rough movements, but like tap on the shoulder of the one that's in front of it.
Okay. Yeah, go for
That
it.
is a wild playbook. I did not read through all of that.
Ooh, not bad.
Okay, I got 3.
I got 4 total. Did I roll? I didn't roll any ones, so I can't reduce. I am going to only block 2 of those, and I'm going to use my special to reduce the threat's attack rating by 1 for the future.
Oh, okay.
I assume that's what it does.
Yeah.
So I don't actually damage any of them, but one of them is a little busy with their old friend Hans for the next minute.
Okay. So how many hits go through in the end?
1.
Okay. Yeah, so they're just like fighting each other. They've got knives and maybe like wooden stakes, and they're just like stabbing at each
Doing,
other.
like a weird dance as I'm puppeteering this guy.
And that leaves Flint.
So while they are,
I need to roll the hit, right? For me? I took
Oh,
a
yeah,
hit.
yeah. 6.
Okay. I get shot right in the chest, but I like fall back a bit, still doing the dance with one hand, and pull out my grimoire, which has taken the shot.
Nice.
As my grimoire has been damaged.
Okay.
so while they're all distracted fighting each other, I'm going to do a little bit of an ambush.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. And since I am still at the bottom of the stairs, I'm going to spend a blood to fly up the stairs,
Okay.
engage in some aerial combat while ambushing them.
Sweet. So yeah, they're like, you take the opportunity as they're distracted with Hans and they're fighting each other that you just kind of like fly upwards and get an aerial assault on the remaining.
An aerial
Cadre.
ambush, which gives me 8 dice.
God damn.
Whoa.
Oh my god, I'm sorry.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Well, let's pray for some 6s and some 1s.
Hey.
So I got 1-1, so that reduces the successful attack dice by 1 for each 1 you roll. No, take away the 6.
Yeah, sure.
So that is 5 against me, and I got a 4. So I will...
Could take a couple hits.
Yeah, I'm going to get 1 blood back for sure.
Okay.
I'm going to... How much damage do they have?
You just need to do
There's
4.
4 left.
4 left? Okay, so I'll do 1 more damage.
Okay.
And then I'll block 2 of those hits.
Okay, so you're going to take
3.
1,
My teeth are shattered, or smashed.
3,
I'm spooked.
and 2.
My jaw is broken, so I cannot gain blood from Nazis.
Ooh, okay.
What happens if we all die before we reach Hitler?
We fail?
You probably fail. But
Aw,
But we all have a last stand, so
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
can all do something.
Mm-hmm.
that's true.
all right, we're back to the top of the round. There's no reinforcements here. This is the kind of final stand before potentially Hitler. You got to cut your way through. They're almost they're almost dealt with, but they are weaker now.
I'm going to.
You know what? I screwed up. I meant to roll 1 less dice because of the
Oh,
thing
right.
Cosgrave did. So at that last hit, That last injury, disregard.
My jaw is no longer broken.
Hurrah!
All right, Astrid.
I'm going to summon some crows to fly in through the windows and attack these.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll use Terrify and Spirit Fetters plus 3 animals. So I think that's 8 total. Oh no, why couldn't you have been one of these many 6s?
Well, it's pretty good anyway.
Yeah.
Or 6s.
I'm going to use one of my specials for one of these 6s and reduce the GM's attack dice by 3.
Okay, so that just...
Goodbye, dice.
Goodbye, dice.
Use one of these to kill the last
Mhm.
vampire
Mm-hmm.
Hunter. The last vampire hunter.
So,
Sounds
I'm going to say,
sounds like-
since you were like terrifying them,
Yeah.
the remaining vampire hunters, like as the crows swarm in, they just like jump out of the windows of the Zeppelin and try to get out of this swarm of crows.
Okay. And I'm going to use one of my specials to clear a marked injury.
Ooh, nice. You could do that twice, or you can gain a couple more blood.
Yeah, actually, I'll do that twice so I won't die. I'm the last person standing here. There
All right.
we go.
So with that, you manage to deal with the vampire hunters standing or kind of like protecting the broadcast suite where Hitler stands. And you kind of, in your last stretch towards Hitler, make your approach. You enter into the broadcast suite, which is an elaborate set that has been constructed to give the impression of power and superiority. Great banners hang from every wall. An iron and basalt lectern stands atop the staircase. In direct opposition to the Zeppelin operational safety guidelines, a roaring fire pit occupies the center of the chamber. Here, Hitler has been awaiting your arrival in anticipation because he has an ace up his sleeve, that werewolf that I kept mentioning before. His intention is to broadcast live footage of the slaughter to everyone within Europe. So I guess there's like cameras and such sort of pointed here to kind of showcase and broadcast
Just wink at the camera.
what's going to happen. And standing in front of Hitler is the last and strongest of the Übermensch, the Werehund. Werehund? Werehund, who looks like this. It's just like a Doberman.
Oh, yeah.
That makes sense.
And the art in this is so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did a really good job.
Everybody pick
We'll
up
put
the
a
book.
link to their
Yeah.
stuff in the description of this so
Yeah,
you can check it
definitely.
out.
So we have the Werehund, the final Übermensch, multiple infusions of cursed wolf blood and implanted canine teeth against the spinal column has given this soldier the ability to transform into half man, half hound with impossible strength. Even a vampire should fear this nightmare. Behind the Werehund, who stands as the last and sole protector of Hitler, retreats with a Luger in hand to a, I don't know, some kind of safety room, panic room in the back of this room, leaving you with the Werehund and hoping that, you know, he will defeat you and broadcast your, in his eyes, inevitable slaughter.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
Just spit on the ground. Not for any attack reason, just
do it.
Yep.
I've got something. I want to pull one of the iron crosses off the wall and just like shuriken it at the Werehund using my improvised projectiles to spend 1 blood to chuck something large and heavy a surprising distance.
Okay.
that's got to be pretty aerodynamic,
That's
right?
what I'm thinking. You frisbeeing or like shurikening it.
Werehund.
Okay. That's a 1, which means 1 less for you. 2 6s and 2 5s.
All right. You got 2 hits coming.
So I'm going to negate those 2 hits with my 2 5s. That means I got 2 6s. I'm going to use 1 6 to do my special and gain 3 blood because I just used that one, so 2 more. And then I'll use this 6 for damage, which
Okay.
is soaks 1, so just takes 1 damage.
Okay.
The Werehund.
Yeah, by the way, the Werehund, you cannot decrease the challenge rating.
Okay.
I know some abilities can do that.
No.
And also, their hits are basically 2 for 1. So
Is
you'll-
this the threat rating?
that's the attack dice.
Oh,
So that's
okay.
how many. So the threat rating are the bubbles, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. It's weird because, like, the way that it's written is you're supposed to, like, erase the threat, whatever. But I don't know. It was like, I'll just fill in the bubbles.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But, anyways, all right. So Flint initiates the fight by just hurtling at it. And
Unfortunately, it's an iron cross and not a steel cross, so it's
Yeah.
not.
where
Mm.
it's not
isn't
silver.
it- Silver. That's what I think.
Silver.
Silver.
Yeah.
Steel.
Yeah.
If it was Faye, then we'd be
Yeah. Yeah.
cooking with fire.
All right, who's next?
I'd like to launch a fragmentation grenade at this Verhund.
Okay.
And this is, I would consider an enclosed space. And for a grenade, is this brawl or shoot? Shoot a grenade?
So you can technically use more than one item.
Yeah.
So you could like throw a grenade and then come in with your spear.
Okay. So I'll throw
Tape the grenade to the end of the spear and just poke it.
Yeah, maybe in this final fight, just
Go
all out.
Go balls to the wall.
Yeah.
So
Use as many items as you can.
So I'll shoot, and then I'll use my machine gun to
Okay.
shoot at it again as well.
Sweet.
Ooh, dang.
Okay, so I got 4.
Fuck. I only got 3. So I'll negate everything but I guess the 1.
All right, so you're going to take whatever you roll, you're just going to take that whole column of
Oh, fuck.
damage. So I rolled a 4. Yeah, so you just go right down the line.
Ba-bang.
But I'm at the end of that column already. So would I just mark one else?
Sure, yeah. I guess you can
Yeah,
just
because you
choose.
take 2 hits.
Yeah, so
right?
you just
Yeah.
choose whatever you want. Tough Werehund.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to try this again.
All right.
So somehow there's a tumbleweed rolls across the floor, and there's this like, and then Chuck is standing there with no hat, unfortunately.
Got the beret.
Oh, I got the beret, right? I somehow caught Nicole's beret, and it doesn't look quite right, but got hands on pistols, and I look up at the Verhund and I say, "Bad doggy," and then I'm gonna shoot it.
All right. So you're going to use your pistols. You get the extra +1 because of a duel. And roll for shoot. God damn.
Okay, I got 2 6s, 2 5s, and a 1, so I get a blood. That's good. And you got 4.
Sometimes you just gotta go out in the gun, blazing.
You could use
Blaze of
both
fire.
those 6s to negate all damage and then just
Mhm.
do 2 yourself. Or you can just take 1 hit if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna take 1 hit because that actually helps me a little bit.
Don't forget 1 hit is 2 hits.
Yeah, I know, but I still have
Okay.
enough. So I am going to cancel out. Sorry, I can't. Can someone help me do the math on this?
So you could do this,
Yeah.
cancel this out,
Mm-hmm.
and then you could potentially do 1, and then you would take 1 hit, and then
Mm-hmm.
you would deal 3 minus 1, so you do
Yeah.
2 hits.
Yeah, let's do that.
So you do 3 hits, 2,
Soak damage, yeah.
Soak 1.
and then you're gonna take to 2,
Oh, dang.
and then just mark one of your choice. Okay,
so
getting
I
close.
am shot full of holes. Spend
Yeah.
1 blood at the start of your turn.
Yeah, I forgot to
Ooh.
say I
Yes.
am bleeding shadows, which gives me a +2 to sneak, but a -2 to terrify.
Oh, however,
no.
because I took an injury, when you mark an injury, reduce the rating of a threat you're engaged with by 2.
Can't.
Sorry, read that again. Reduce the.
Reduce the rating of a threat you're engaged with by 2.
Yeah, so you actually can. So
Beep, beep.
because you can't reduce the challenge.
Mhm.
You can't
Oh,
reduce
okay.
this, but you can.
Oh.
So, like,
okay, I see.
Functionally, what that means is you just do another 2 damage.
Yeah.
All right, so that's halfway with the Werehund.
Nice.
So it comes over and like scratches me with its claws, and my corrosive blood burns it for 2.
Yeah, that's quite good.
Okay. I use all the things. I don't think it's been a minute since I started piloting Hans. Right. It's been a pretty quick amount of time here.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I got Hans with me. So we're gonna charge at it, like just sort of like Han Solo charge at this werewolf. While I'm doing, I'm gonna down my second. We say he's a wall of a werewolf.
A wall of.
He's a wall between us and Hitler.
Oh, okay, I see.
You know what I mean?
Metaphorical.
It's
yeah.
metaphorical wall. I will give you one metaphorical use of just take something from someone
Yes.
down the line. So I'm drinking this as I run at him, drinking another ghost. The idea is basically that Hans is going to slam into him to try and hurt him, and I'm going to run right through him and be around behind him.
Okay.
Also, technically, it's a were-dog, but you know.
I mean, it does say
I grew up
half
in East
hound.
London. I don't know
Yeah.
what a fucking wolf
Half-
looks like.
Half hound.
Man.
And I'm going to be wheeling around and pulling out from my coat the sawed-off shotgun that's hidden in there.
Okay.
And I am going to spend a bit of blood to make this werewolf distracted by making him think that the side of the Zeppelin has blown open and is trying to suck him out with some
Okay.
phantasmagoria. I'm just doing all of the like crazy casting here, spending blood to do it.
Okay.
So let me just add up all of the things that I get. So I've got
All right,
3
I'll roll
from
first.
bottled ghosts. I've got 3 from the sawed-off shotgun. I've got 2 shoot. I've got 1 from Hans. And
roll all the
just
dice.
Send your kids to camp. I've got 1, 2 from the Phantasmagoria because I've incorporated the background in a clever way.
Okay.
I think.
Some of these character sheets have way more stuff. To
Yeah,
do.
I'm
yeah.
looking at mine, I'm like,
I have
fuck that.
I can
2
shoot
equipment.
things. I also have 2 equipment and a
That
cowboy
was-
hat, which I used.
So I've got a couple 1s to reduce the successes with my
Yeah,
dead man's
Cosgrave's
luck.
fucking stacked.
No kidding.
So 2 successful attacks go
Yep.
away.
So you got 1 still coming through.
Success.
Success. Oh no, that's a
Success.
3. I thought it was a 6.
Success. 5, 6, 7 successes.
Okay. I mean, that's more than enough. You need 6 technically to finish it off.
And take a blood.
I'll take the hit because
You'll
I
take
got
the
to
hit.
cancel 1. Otherwise, I'd only have 6, and his challenge rating reduce it to 5.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So you just go all out. You're going to take a hit in return 3.
So he does turn around faster than I think, and he like drives his claws into my gut, which gives me a sucking chest wound. So like right into the chest. Somehow all of his claws miss my heart, and I look at him and go, "You missed, sweetheart," and blow his face off.
Nice.
You take the other 3 as well.
Yeah.
Because you do 2.
You take
it's
2.
2.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, which admittedly at this point is not going to matter,
It
but
would be a shot in the face.
so yeah, he just rakes you across the face,
Yeah.
like one hand into the gut, the other across the face, but then you blow his off. So,
Yeah. Yeah. So from a like absolutely ruined face comes, "You missed, sweetheart."
It's face for a face.
All right, and you have defeated the werehund.
Down, boy. Sit.
Just for flavor, when you choose to feast on the blood of the werehund, you note that its blood is flavored of sweat, meat, and cheap leather.
Gross.
I guess, like, technically, because it's a Ubermensch, you would, like, power up as well.
But it doesn't really matter.
But honestly,
Yeah.
it doesn't really matter. Because now that you have defeated the final barrier to Hitler, you make your way into the panic room where Hitler
He's pissing
is
himself.
basically cowering as you kind of, open this door forcefully and you see him there kind of cowering in fear with the pistol in hand. And this would basically be the moment where the villain would have, the final monologue, the final words. But in this game, that's not what's going to happen. Fuck it. He doesn't get one. Instead, he just panics and pisses himself as the 4 of you circle around Hitler and devour his blood. And your final taste left in your mouth is that of amphetamines. And with that,
That meth mouth.
and with that, Hitler is defeated. The Zeppelin is kind of like, there's been some damage done. It's probably like slowly starting to descend from the bullets ripping through the hull. But that's a job done. Hitler's defeated. Good job.
See, with group, if we get together as a group, as a collective, we can help sway things against the fascists.
Yeah.
This is what I'm hearing from this, the moral of the story.
And we should punch them in their stupid faces.
Yeah, through collective action, we can...
I.e. punching.
I.e. punching.
I mean, also
collectively.
other collective action, but yeah, some violence may be necessary.
Yeah.
The more fists, the better, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. You killed him. War's over. Time to go home.
Does everyone else know that? I guess, he did televise this to all of Europe, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You literally just, I guess in this fiction, the whole of Europe sees vampires just
Somehow there are
Merc Hitler. Yeah.
murking Hitler.
TVs in 1943.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that works, but
Must have been...
no, there was like film and stuff.
There were, like
Yeah.
newsreels and stuff.
Yeah, but not television.
It gets sent out
Yeah.
on the newsreel the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, we're vampires. In this
Yeah.
world, there's TV already.
Okay.
Yeah, instead of radio.
Unless it's like, maybe it's intended to be
Radio broadcast?
broadcast. It says live footage. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Who
I
knows?
mean, the TV was invented in 1927, so there were TVs.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this is also like they clearly have some sort of, Hellboy tech level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, thanks for playing. You killed Hitler. Good job.
Yay!
And I guess here's a song from a band we like.
I've left mascara stains on everything. I'm sorry, but I'm sick and tired of having to be okay. And it took 15 years of me holding back the tears, not saying anything. And no one's ever asked me how I feel about the past, and it is haunting. So rip out my heart and put it in a jar. Take time apart. Rip out my heart. I know I need to heal, but I don't want to feel quite yet. You say mean things and gaslight me. It's no wonder that I choose lovers who berate me. It's a wonder that it took 15 years of me holding back the tears. I would do anything. And I love you to death, but I'm afraid you'll end up dead, and I can't facilitate. I won't facilitate. So rip out my heart and put it in a jar. Take time apart. Rip out my heart. I know I need to heal, but I don't want to feel quite yet. I've spent hours wiping the tears away, and you've all but run out of nice things to say. So pick my body up off the floor, and I'll cry too much, I already know.
That was Heart in a Jar by Shiv and the Carvers. And earlier in this episode, you heard Leathers and their song Ultraviolet. If you liked this episode, please give us a 5-star rating and a review on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, or whatever you use for your podcast app. You can also now find us on YouTube, so go there and do all the YouTube things like smashing the bell and subscribing and stuff. Or if you want to just do it the old-fashioned way, tell a friend about us. Word of mouth always helps. If you want to go the extra mile, you can support Dungeon Punks on Patreon for only $5 of your American dollars per month. You'll get talkback episodes, bonus games, and more goodies. The other week, we just put up a bunch of our interpretations of the Uwu Cutie, for example. Check that out at patreon.com/dungeonpunks. If you want to chat with us, you can hit us up on our Discord channel or find us on social media. Links to all of that is in the description. Dungeon Punks was produced by Kirk Hamilton for the 604 Podcast Network.